We've had nights when the silence said more than words could say. We both walked out in anger and let our pride get in the way. I've seen the worst of you, love, and you've seen the worst of me. But somehow through the broken parts, you're still the one I see. We've said things we didn't mean. We've held on when it got hard. There were moments we came so close to tearing it all apart. But when the dust came settling down and all the shouting disappeared, I realized the one I couldn't lose was the one who was still here. You're the best in my world, even when our world ain't perfect. Through the fights and the tears, through the days when love felt worthless, we've been bruised, we've been broken, we've been closer to goodbye. But somehow after everything, you're still the love of my life. You're the best in my world, not because we never fall, but because when we fall apart, we still find our way back home. And if forever is a promise that I get to make to you, then despite all our imperfections, I'll spend forever loving you. I know I'm not always easy. I know you've got your flaws too. There are things about our story we both wish we could undo. We've carried different battles that sometimes got between us. And there were days I wondered if our love had finally seen enough. But love ain't always flowers. Sometimes love is choosing to stay when the person standing beside you is hurting in their own way. And maybe we don't have the answers, maybe we never get it right, but I'd rather fight beside you than be perfect with someone else tonight. We almost called it over, we almost let each other go. We stood at the edge of goodbye with nowhere left to go. But something in my heart kept saying, don't let this be the end, because underneath all the hurt, you're still one lover and my friend. You're the best in my world, even when our world ain't perfect. Through the fights and the tears, through the days when love felt worthless, we've been bruised, we've been broken, we've been closer to goodbye. But somehow after everything, you're still the love of my life. If tomorrow brings another battle, I'll reach for your hand again. If we lose our way in the darkness, I'll remember where we've been. I don't need a perfect love story, I don't need a life without scars. I just need you beside me with all your flaws and all your hurt. Because I've loved you through the good days, I've loved you through the pain. And if I had to choose you all over, I'd still choose you the same. You're the best in my world. After everything we've been through, after every broken promise, and every time we almost lost the truth, we have fought, we've cried, we've stumbled, we've come closer to goodbye. But every road I've ever taken still leads me back to you and I. You're the best in my world, and I hope and it all. So here's my heart completely, with every scar and every flaw. We've almost lost each other, but we're still standing after it all. And if this life gives me one thing I can call true, despite everything we've been through, I'll love you forever, and you'll always be the best in my world.